Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Camille and I help you to master real life American English listening and speaking. So today I'm going to be reading a story from my book, my short stories beginner level book, which you can find on my website or on Amazon. It's a great tool to help you improve your English. So today's story is going to be about a flight. So flying. So let's see what happens. Also, you can feel free to activate the subtitles if you need to. Grab some paper and a pen. I have my tea, and let's just get started. Okay, first flight. Jasmine is so excited. Today, she is flying to California from Florida. So we fly to places from places. California and Florida are on the opposite sides of the United States. And she's excited. So she's, I'm flying, excited. Okay, she is going to California to see her sister. So in a family, siblings, girl siblings are called sisters. If you have a boy sibling, he is your brother. So she's going to see her sister. Her sister lives in California. You'll see a lot of prepositions. So we live in states, we live in countries. Okay. Jasmine has never flown before, so she's never been on an airplane. Today is her first flight. She packs her suitcase. It's summer, so she packs shorts, t-shirts. I have a t-shirt on. That means it's not a long sleeve. You can see it's a short sleeve. Shorts, they're not pants. Pants, they go all the way to the ground. Shorts usually go above the knees. Dresses, girls wear dresses. And sandals, which are like summer shoes. And if you pack your suitcase, it means you put your belongings into a box that is designed for travel. She also packs 2 swimsuits. Swimsuits are what we use when we go swimming in a pool, at the beach, things like that. And 1 jacket. She has a big purse. So usually women carry purses. It's like a bag we put our stuff in. So she has a big one for flying. She puts her book. This is a book. She puts her book in her purse. Jasmine gets to the airport 2 hours before her flight. So the airport is the name of the place where planes depart and land. So she's at the airport 2 hours before her flight. She wants to make sure everything works out. She has enough time. It's her first flight, so she's probably a little nervous. She checks in at the front desk. So the front desk is what you see usually when you walk into the airport. The people are waiting to help you check in. That means that you show your identification and they give you a boarding pass so that you can go on your flight. She gives the person at the desk her suitcase. She goes through security. So she gave them her suitcase. They probably weighed it and then put a tag on it. And then she went through security. So she had to make sure that, she didn't have anything on her that shouldn't be on her. The security checked her. And now she has to find her gate. So the gate is a place where you wait to board your flight. It's gate A3. She finds her gate and she sits down. She waits to board the airplane. So that's the verb we use when we get on an airplane. We board the plane. I'm going to board my plane. I'm going to board my flight. Okay. Finally, someone announces her flight. So it's usually on an overhead speaker. Flight number 4274 from California to Florida, something like that. You hear it and you're like, oh, that's me. It's time to go. So she waits in line. The line, usually just people waiting. We have lines everywhere. We have lines at the bank. If we're waiting for food, sometimes there's a line. If we're waiting to pay at the grocery store, there's a line. There's a line to board the plane. So then she hands the gate agent her boarding pass. So the boarding pass, we talked about that. It'll help her get on the flight. She gets on the plane and finds her seat. She has a window seat. So you can see she's right next to the window. She puts her purse under the seat in front of her. So under, you could also say below, that works too. She is so nervous. So nervous is like a little worried, a little anxious because she's never flown before. No one sits next to her. She got lucky. She tries to read her book while she waits for the plane to take off. So if you're trying to read, you're probably like this, but then you're like, oh, and you just keep going back to it because you're nervous. So she wasn't probably succeeding. The planes, they take off. That's the phrasal verb we use. The plane takes off and the plane lands. We could also say departs. The plane departs, the plane takes off. It means it leaves. Okay, finally, the plane takes off. Jasmine can't believe it, which means like she's surprised. She is flying. She looks out the window. We look out windows. I'm looking out my window now. The cars look small. They look little, they look small. The houses look small too. Jasmine sees the blue sky and the white clouds. So the sky is what we see when we look up outside, and the clouds are usually the white or gray little puffy things we see in the sky, in the air. She finally breathes normally. So it's breathing. She's finally breathing normally. Maybe she was so nervous she couldn't breathe correctly. She closes her eyes. So I'm closing my eyes. She closes her eyes and falls asleep. So she sleeps on the plane. She wakes up when the captain says to prepare for landing. So the captain is the person that is driving or operating the plane. I don't think we drive planes. I'm going to drive the plane. No, we would say we fly the plane, we operate the plane. It could be also called a pilot, the pilot or the captain of the plane. So they are preparing for landing, they're getting ready. They're getting ready to land, to go down on the ground again. She sees the plane getting closer and closer to the ground. So the ground is like the earth, like when you land, that feeling of like, okay, I'm gonna be okay. Okay, the houses look bigger now. The plane lands and Jasmine is so happy. When she gets off the plane, she sees her sister waiting for her. She runs to her sister and hugs her. So hugging is the action where you put your arms around somebody. You're excited to see them. So she's so excited her sister was there waiting and she hugged her. So at the end of these stories, we do a little bit of true and false, multiple choice, fill in the blank. This is an important part to test your English comprehension skills. So if you want to pause the video at any point and do the questions on your own, write your answers down, and then play and see if you're correct, you can do that. So number 1, Jasmine is flying to California to visit her friend. True or false? False. She's going to visit her sister. Jasmine has flown before. True or false? False. She's never flown before. Jasmine packs winter clothes for her trip to California. True or false? False. She packed summer clothes. It's summer. 4, Jasmine's seat on the plane is an aisle seat. So we have window and aisle. Window, you're looking out the window. Aisle, there's the aisle right there. So it's false. She had a window seat. The last one, Jasmine falls asleep before the plane takes off. Remember, she slept. Did she sleep before takeoff? False. All of those were false. False, 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 false. Okay, how did you do? Let me know in the comments. Let's move on to the multiple choice. What is Jasmine's reason for flying to California? A, to visit her sister. B, to go on vacation. C, to attend a business meeting. D, to visit a friend. Do you remember? A, to visit her sister. Very good. 2, what does Jasmine pack in her suitcase? A, winter clothes. B, swimsuits, shorts, t-shirts, and dresses. C, coats and boots. D, hats and gloves. B, she packs swimsuits, shorts, t-shirts, and dresses. 3, where does Jasmine wait to board the airplane? A, in the bathroom. B, at the gate. C, in the security line. D, in the airport lounge. At the gate. B. Number 4, what type of seat does Jasmine have on the plane? A, middle seat. B, aisle seat. C, window seat. D, a front seat. She has a window seat. C. Very good. What does Jasmine do when the plane lands? A, falls asleep. B, reads a book. C, prepares for landing. D, sees her sister and hugs her. Do you know the last one? D, she sees her sister and she hugs her. Very good. The last section, the fill in the blank section. Number 1, which word on the right matches best? Jasmine is flying over California, to California, from California. These all could work, so you have to remember. If you're flying over something, it's like, shh, my hands are the airplane, I'm flying over the book. If you're flying to, that's your destination. I'm flying to California. If you're flying from, like, you're leaving. Okay, to, she's flying to California. Her sister lives in California, on California, at California. Only one of these is correct, and it is in. She lives in California. Number 3, Jasmine checks in on the front desk, from the front desk, or at the front desk. Only one of these works. Jasmine checks in at the front desk. This is all prepositions, guys. I hope you're understanding. Okay, 4, Jasmine waits in line, on line, at line. Again, only one of these works. In, Jasmine waits in line. We wait in lines. You could meet somebody at the line if that was your meeting place. But on the line, we would stand on the line. No. Okay, Jasmine looks next to the window, out the window, to the window. It's a tricky one. She looks out the window. How did you do? I hope I didn't move too quickly. If you need to review, pause the video, go back, rewatch parts, feel free to do that. Every time you repeat something, you get it in your brain even more, and you're more likely to remember it, especially with stories. Stories are a great way to learn new vocabulary words in context. So don't forget, if you want to buy my book, you can find it on Amazon or on my website. There are 30 short stories, free audio, hundreds of exercises, and of course, it's just a fun way to learn. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.